Well, we're wearing the same clothes as before, just like cartoon characters. Speaking of which...
What are some of the good cartoons that are on TV right now?
Let's discuss.
Okay. So, I don't watch much of any of TV.
Neither do I, unfortunately.
We spend all of our time on the computer. And
making
in front
videos,
of the camera.
making videos for you.
And you better watch
like,
it.
share, subscribe, and comment.
We have like over 100 videos. And
Yeah.
you only watched one? So right now, I mean, I think we can agree that one of the best shows on television is Rick and Morty.
Yes. 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 Absolutely.
Which is a cartoon.
Yes.
Not for kids.
Definitely not for kids.
There are going to be cartoons that we discuss that are for kids.
Yes, but if
that one's definitely
if
not
I
for
was
kids.
a parent and I caught my kid watching Rick and Morty, I would ground him forever.
Well, no, it'd be like watching Family Guy.
No.
I think it's.
Family Guy never had a graphic attempted rape scene.
Well, I think that would go right over their heads.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
A lot of stuff in Family Guy would not go over kids' heads.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot more graphic than Rick and Morty.
No.
But Rick and Morty
is
it's a little smarter.
one of the funniest shows I've ever seen.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, if you liked Community because it's the same creator, you have to now watch Rick and Morty. So
It's a play on Doc and Marty, Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
You got a mad scientist
And
who's a lot more mad in this.
a lot more mad. And you got the insecure teen who's a lot more insecure
Yeah.
and a lot younger. So that just leads to all sorts of wacky hijinks.
Every episode I've seen so far is a play on a movie. They copy a famous movie. Like they had Freddy Krueger, they had Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And they go on these wacky adventures, and the way they resolve things is not always orthodox.
Yeah.
And it's very bizarre and effed up.
Yeah.
One of the episodes opens with the teenager having to kill his family.
Yeah. And it's just it's all downhill from there.
Yep.
That is probably the best Doc Brown since the real Doc Brown.
And the way he talks is incredible.
Yeah.
He like stutters, he burps.
He's constantly drunk. No, the Pirates of Pancrase, Morty. It's kind of a personal project of mine. Just be honest with me. I mean, if you have to hurt my feelings, just hurt my feelings, Morty.
They totally just like threw him in the booth and was like, "Go nuts! Whatever comes out, we're animating."
Fun fact: the actor who does Rick is the same actor who does Morty.
Yes.
So it really helps with the dynamic.
Especially when they talk, because they talk over each other a lot. It's really funny because it's the same guy talking over himself.
Yeah, definitely.
So, best show on TV right now.
Definitely, Rick and Morty.
I'm gonna say regular show.
Yes, definitely
regular show.
Definitely regular show. Everybody loves Adventure Time, Adventure Time is a really good show, but I will argue that regular show is so much better.
Right.
I mean, it's not as out there as Adventure Time. It does get out there, but it progresses. You know.
I think Adventure Time is a little bit of an easier pick because it's so. It's a big adventure. It's an epic. Mm-hmm. You know? And the regular show is literally just a regular show. It's kind of like a Seinfeld.
Yeah.
But as a cartoon.
I mean...
the first half of the episode. Then the second act is just mind-blowing.
A typical episode of regular show is only like 11 minutes. It starts out with them like doing something simple like, you know, cleaning up the park where they work at, and then all of a sudden they have to run away from flying pizza monsters. I mean, that's just the kind of crap they get into. But I think what I like about the show is that the main characters are in their, like, early to mid-20s.
23.
Yeah.
In the first episode.
And it's just, like, you know, I mean, I'm 27, but I still, like, I can relate to, like, the stuff they do. Because they're just, like, hanging out. They're trying to have a good time. They play Sega Master System all the time. But I remember one episode where there's, like, Mordecai and Rigby, the two main characters, they weren't even, like, the focus of the episode. But they cut to them, they're hanging out by an inflatable pool just rapping about drinking soda. And it was just like, this is amazing. This is like this is my life, basically.
They joke about pop culture the whole time.
Yeah.
Dead on. Especially like 90s pop culture.
Yeah.
Like, they joke about metal. They joke about wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all pretty... And they love old school video games.
Yes. When I said Sega Master System, I wasn't like being general. It's an actual Sega Master. It looks exactly like a Sega Master System. Fun fact, I met J.G. Quintel and a lot of the guys behind Regular Show, and they're all really awesome people.
Oh, you got me a signed poster.
Yes, and I asked...
I'll take a picture of it and you'll post it, right?
I asked J.G. Quintel for you how to become a storyboard artist.
And what did he say?
He said, draw all the time, do comic books, do practice storyboarding.
Good, because I do that.
Yes, just do it all the time.
I have a calendar.
So
every day I draw, I mark it off. And you're going to post that right here, too.
Yep. Instagram, Bob Wulff. It's there, too.
Fake Bob Wulff.
Fake Bob Wulff, right.
Real
right.
Bob Wulff works for Adobe. He got one username.
Yeah.
One. I have Twitter. I have Facebook. I had MySpace.
Yeah.
I have BobWolf.com. He took the Instagram.
I'm trying to look at other current cartoons that are on.
Briefly mention Uncle Grandpa. It's good. I don't watch a lot of it. It's very bizarre. And that is all I have to say about it.
I will mention the current Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Oh, I heard that's really good.
That is really, really good. We grew up with the original 80s cartoon. That one's very... I don't want to say it's aged poorly, but it definitely hasn't, like... It's definitely a cartoon we still like for nostalgic reasons. I remember when the 2003 cartoon came out, I really liked it. Everybody hated it because it wasn't the 80s cartoon, which is stupid. That's a stupid reason to hate anything. This current cartoon, much like the current IDW comics, found a great way to mesh both worlds together and still make it feel like the Ninja Turtles. It definitely leans more towards the 87 cartoon, but it's Turtles in its purest form, and it's just... Everything they do is really, really good.
I'm going to give another quick shout out.
Okay.
Bravest Warriors. It's not on TV.
Yeah,
created by Penn Ward.
Yeah.
Well, the idea was created by Penn Ward, and then he shoved it off to this other guy, the guy who made Dr. Chan.
Okay.
Guy who makes internet videos.
Yeah.
He's now directing Bravest Warriors. It's awesome. It's basically Adventure Time, but sci-fi, and they're allowed to do whatever they want. So they don't they don't curse per se, but like I've seen some of this.
Yeah.
And stuff, and I think I've heard them like say one or two curses.
Definitely, yeah.
And one of the characters, Catbug, big fandom around him.
Yeah.
He is played by like a 5-year-old boy.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And they just basically let him say whatever he wants.
Yeah. I want to mention Beware the Batman. Now, technically, it's not on the air, and when it comes back, it's going to come back at like Saturday at 3 in the morning because Cartoon Network just wants it to die.
That's weird.
I know.
New episodes?
Yeah. They made one season. They aired like the first half regularly, then they put it on hiatus. They didn't say when it was coming back. They didn't say anything about it. And then they just quietly said, oh, yeah, Saturday at 3 in the morning, I guess.
Was it good?
It was pretty good, yeah. I mean, it's not Batman the Animated Series, nothing is, but like it was like really good. It was a new take on it. Alfred was basically Jason Statham in his 50s, but I mean, other than that, I mean, it was Batman. But yeah, Cartoon Network's been doing that with like their DC shows. They did it to Young Justice, they did it to Green Lantern. Both of those were really good, and then just halfway through, they're just like, no, we don't like these shows anymore. So,
I'll tell you one of the worst shows on TV right now. Even if I don't even know if it's still on TV. Teen Titans Go.
It's still on. I don't know how that show's still on TV.
What a nightmare! Why Teen Titans was awesome.
Yeah, Teen Titans was that. Well, that was a show to me at least that started off weak and then got better as it went along. Teen Titans Go, like those things started off as shorts. They were meant to be played like in between commercial breaks, and they made a whole show out of that. I mean, Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers.
I've seen a couple of episodes of Bob's Burgers. That's really good. I hear that's
awesome. John Benjamin.
Anything John Benjamin's in.
One of the best voice actors on the planet. Even though he just plays the same guy.
Archer.
Yeah.
Archer is really good.
No, Bob's Burgers is awesome.
Yeah.
I would say The Simpsons. Because it's still great.
Yeah. I mean...
It's just the same thing that it's been for years.
The Simpsons has not been at the peak of their game since season 10 or 11, but you know what? I mean, they're still The Simpsons. Imagine a world without The Simpsons on TV. You can't.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't want to live in that world. So, South Park too. Now that I think about it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I got no more. I'm trying to think, but you know.
What's one of your favorite cartoons from old?
From old? Oh, jeez.
You only get one.
That's not fair. That's a whole nother
yeah.
episode. I mean, I can sit here all day and tell you about how awesome Danny Phantom is, or Kim Possible, or
Powerpuff Girls. Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Spectacular
Spider-Man. Young Justice.
Beast Wars.
Yeah.
There we go. We reeled off a bunch.
Yeah.
Fairly Odd Parents.
What
do you guys think?
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite cartoons that are out right now?
Let us know in the comments or on the Facebook and the Twitter.
And don't say My Little Pony. Because you're not allowed.
Yeah.
You can say Foster's Home, but that's not on TV anymore.
Yeah.
So like this video if you like it. Subscribe if you really like it. Most importantly, share it with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And subscribe.
Yeah.
Those two are equally as important.
Hand in hand, yes.
So thank you guys very much for watching it. And have a good week.
Before we get started, I feel like I must address this. It's fine for a comic book, but that's a dumb name for a movie.
So in America, the usual price for a brand new game, especially a AAA title, is $59.99 plus tax, which in New York comes to $65.16 because your state and federal governments like to ram you from both ends.
One of my favorite episodes of that show was they were stuck on a alien spaceship, and it was sort of like Inception, where it kept turning out it was a virtual reality simulation. Another one.
That was great because the whole time I kept thinking that one thing was happening when it wasn't.
And then they kept playing. I can never remember the name of the song, but it was like that song with the saxophone.
When he's leaving, he kicks his feet up and he goes. That was amazing.
Oh my God, that was so funny.